Page 25, problems 1 and 2. Problem 1, the volume is 160, and again that's cubic units, and found that by doing length times width times height. Problem 2 is 80 cubic units, and we did that by looking at a base of 20 times a height of 4. Problem number 3, answer is 96 cubic centimeters, and that is length times width times height, 96. Problem 4, 90 cubic units, 6 times 3 times 5 equals 90. Problem 5, the answer is 50 cubic centimeters, and the base of 25 times a height of 2. Over here, for the try this, a rectangular prism has a volume of 36 cubic units. Write 2 different possible sets of dimensions for the prism. So basically, length times width times height is going to equal 36, or base times height is going to equal 36. So in this one, I said, well, 6 times 6 equals 36. So if my height is 6, my base comes from the 6 here, and 2 times 3 is 6. So 2 times 3 times 6 equals 36. So that's one possible set. And over here, another way that we could get 36 is to say that 4 times 9 is 36. So I used that base to get a length and a width. 2 times 2 is 4, times 9 is 36. Page 26. Number 1. Write an expression that models the calculation described in words. The sum of 13 plus 12, then multiplied by 2, equals 50. Divide 16 by 4, number 2, divide 16 by 4 and add the sum of 3 plus 8, equals 15. Number 3, multiply 12 times 6 and divide the product, so that's going to give you 72, and 72 divided by 9 equals 8. Number 4, without calculating, circle the expression with the greater value. In both instances, we're dealing with the same amount in parentheses. So if we multiply this times 3 and this times 6, the 1 times 6 is greater. Same thing here. 18 minus 8 is in both sets of parentheses. Here we're only dividing by 2. Here we are dividing by 5. Dividing by 2 will give us a greater number than dividing by 5. How did we know this? For number 6, I knew number 5 in 5a, this one right here, I was dividing into 2 parts, which would be a larger number than if I divided it into 5 parts. Number 7, Ian was playing a video game. He had 13,000 points. On the next level, he earned 120 more. Then he lost 12. That total amount, so I put the entire portion there in parentheses, is then doubled. That gives you 2,816. Write a situation that can be modeled by the expression 6 times 24 minus 5. 6 classes. Each class had 24 students. Each class had 5 absent, so 24 minus 5 is 19. That left 19 students in each class. And then I multiplied that by 6 because there were 6 classes. That is a representation. Page 27. What is the volume of the prism? 4 by 4 by 3, 48 cubic units. Number 2. Raul says he can find the area of a rectangle that is 1.5 by 3 using addition. Write a number model that Raul could use to find the area of the rectangle. Well, normally it would be 1.5 times 3, but we're not doing multiplication. He said he could use addition, so it's just 1.5 plus 1.5 plus 1.5 equals 4.5. Okay, number 3, a prism is made of unit cubes. Use volume equals base times height to find the volume. So the base is 2 by 3. 2 by 3. So I know that the base is 6, the height is 2, 12 cubic units. Number 4, insert parentheses to make the equations true. Well, 2 plus 3 is 5, and if I do that first and multiply it by 4, I get 20. In this case, if I multiply first, if I put the brackets around the 4 and the 5, I get 20, and 20 minus 3 is not 8. So if I put my parentheses at the end and do this first, 5 minus 3 is 2, and 2 times 4 is 8.